Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes on this Friday night, the 24th of November, and a cold night indeed, as we've got chilly air from Canada. Probably could be considered the coldest air of the season so far overall because it's fairly widespread in terms of who's getting what as far as temperatures are concerned. And most areas of the northern mid-Atlantic states to southern New England will be down in the 20s. You head up into upstate New York and central and northern New England, you've got temperatures in the teens and even the single digits for lows, and freezing temperatures going all the way down into the Carolinas and into parts of northern Georgia, into Tennessee. So it's a cold air mass. We've also got 20s back through the Ohio Valley and teens up in the northern Great Lakes. So this is going to last into Sunday morning. I think tomorrow for eastern PA to southern New England, temperatures won't be getting out of the 30s. And as we take a look at the satellite loop tonight, other than some patchy cloudiness, most of it is offshore. There's some up to the northwest, closer to the Great Lakes. Really, it's a fairly quiet, benign pattern, and actually, it's probably going to stay that way overall for the next week. We'll get a minor interruption Sunday night. Now, we do have clouds back across the plains and into the Rockies, and we're also seeing some snow there, and you can see it here on the radar in parts of Colorado, and particularly solid concentration of snow this evening in Nebraska. That area is moving eastward as this is going to be part of the next weather system to impact the northeast and mid-Atlantic states. We've got some showers off the North Carolina coast, some showers in central Florida, but much of the country really is enjoying some relatively quiet weather here. And as far as rainfall is concerned, looks like it's really one event in the next 5 days at least, where we've got rainfall amounts of a half to maybe as much as three-quarters of an inch, and that's all going to come during Sunday night with a front moving eastward and a little low that's going to skedaddle its way up the east coast. Snow-wise, some areas in northwestern Maine and northern New Hampshire, northeastern Vermont have a 50% chance that they could see a couple of inches. Also, over the lower peninsula of the state of Michigan, and even parts of the upper peninsula, have a high probability of at least two. And we see also high probabilities with that snow we showed you on the radar in Nebraska and also back over into western Colorado. This is over the next 3 days, is this probability forecast that takes us into Monday night. No severe weather to worry about. And it's a fairly straightforward forecast into Sunday with this high sitting in Minnesota. You see the snow there in Colorado, moving into New Mexico, high pressure in the east for Saturday. Many areas in eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England won't get out of the 30s. Go far enough north, probably struggling even to get out of the 20s tomorrow. But the high moves out, and now we've got a cold front that's swinging east, taking that energy in the Rockies up into the Great Lakes, and we could see some snow around Chicago, Detroit on Sunday, Milwaukee in the east. We'll have a cold Sunday morning, a repeat performance of Saturday morning, followed by arriving clouds. And then we've got this little low offshore and the front to the west. So we'll probably get some rain Sunday night into Monday morning. And after that, an even colder shot of air looks to come in for the first part of next week. Notice there's really very little going on. I've just moved the GFS over to Tuesday night. If you look coast to coast, except for some lake effect snows going on Monday and Tuesday, there really is nothing as far as storminess is concerned. And with the northwest flow, probably going to see another cold front come through around Wednesday, which will keep things chilly in the northeast and mid-Atlantic states and probably seasonal just about everywhere else. And we'll may have to go a ways before we start to see anything important come out as far as precipitation is concerned. It may not be until sometime next weekend, perhaps. Longer range, interestingly enough, with a blocky pattern developing, things may start to get a bit busier and a bit more interesting when we move into the week beginning Sunday, July 3rd. July 3rd, December 3rd, and the latest model runs trying to take some kind of a low into the eastern part of the United States and maybe something else behind it. I think it's going to perhaps be a bit interesting for winter weather lovers going forward, the way the upper air pattern is developing, and we're going to talk about that Sunday on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and we'll see you Sunday night at 7:30.